Hello. I'm just going to check the cameras work in a minute. Mic check, 1, 2. Right, my name's Chris. I'm very pleased to meet you all. And this channel is called Straight from the Horse's Mouth. And you can see I have a very elegant studio here. I don't know if you can see the bit of tree above me. I'm stood above a chainsaw. But everyone's got to start somewhere. Now today I'm going to talk to you about some of the worldwide stakes races that are happening this week. We've got some great causes happening. We've got Killarney, we've got like Longchamp, Hamilton, and I can't see on my notes actually, and Newbury as well. Wednesday we've got group. Basically, I'm just going to be talking about the group race and the listed racing. This is the thing which I find the most interesting. So it's probably the thing I've got the most knowledge about, although I'm pretty good at handicapping too. So, the 555 Killarney, that is a really hot race. It's actually only a listed race, apart from, you wouldn't think of it from the breeding of the animals in it. You've got 4 horses by Galileo, 1 by Frankel, and 3 by American Pharaoh. So already that tells you that that's going to be a hot race. And of course that's if the 29 runners actually turn up to race over the mile. Well, we'll see. I suspect the 29 runners won't be turning up to run over the mile, so it's going to be a case of looking to see what's left. There are some very progressive horses in this race, and these aren't necessarily horses to bet on, but they are horses to take notice of. You've got Flirting Bridge, Menham, Pulls Galore, Secret Pulse, and New Hill. All progressive in their ratings, all moving forwards. Presently I quite like the idea of Flirting Bridge, and I like Menham. Time will tell. Will they still be in the race? I don't know. We've also got some great races from Longchamp. We've got 2 Group 2s, a Group 1, and of course the one we're probably most interested in, which is the 610. This is the Grand Prix de Paris. It's a Group 1 for colts and fillies. Prize money of £306,000. That is a lot of money. Right, and basically I'm pretty sure that Hurricane Lane's going to win. It's going to be up to the other horses to persuade me that he isn't. I think it's the best way to put it when I look at the form. I've had a quick review. Don't really like Cheshire Academy. There's no evidence to suggest of winning this race until coming 4 lengths behind St Mark's Basilica on soft last time out in the Group 1. Yeah, it was a good time, but I think this horse is unlikely to get a mile 4. The site is not noted for that distance, and the horse is unraced at that distance too. I mean, a mile 2.5 is not a mile 4. Yes, I know, there's only a bit of difference, but that bit of difference makes a big difference. So, that is Wednesday covered as far as I can see. So just having a quick look at Thursday now. Thursday, in terms of worldwide stakes races, I'm using the very useful Racing Post website in order to get this information. There's a 6 o'clock at Leopardstown, which is a Group 3, and there's also a race at Saratoga in the 10:05, which is Group 3. I'm probably not going to be looking at Saratoga. Don't really know where Saratoga is, so it's not a great place to start. I'm going to be looking at Leopardstown. And when I come into Leopardstown, which will take a few seconds because of my signal, just looking at my notes, I can see that at Leopardstown, I actually quite like the look of Innisfree. I remember this race. When I looked at it, and when I'm looking at it now, there's 25 runners. That is a lot of runners. They are not all going to turn up, okay? If they all turn up, it will be a miracle. It's over 1 mile 1. Prize money of about €30,000, just under. And I mean, AP O'Brien. So many AP O'Briens. But if I count them up from the bottom here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There appears to be 6 Aidan O'Brien horses in this race, which frankly is crazy. Should there be a limit to the amount of declarations a trainer can actually make? It's kind of shock and awe tactics if you think about it. If you put some amazing horses in a race, other trainers look at the lineup against them, they're just going to be thinking, oh my goodness, but really only a few of those are going to race. It's dodgy picking out horses in this race currently. If they all did turn up, then one I'd actually be quite interested in seeing is Innisfree. It hasn't raced yet this year. I think it's got bags of potential, but it's just a case of having a look on the day at where the money's going. Particularly with an animal that hasn't raced yet this year, there's got to be some kind of reason why. Maybe it's a late developer. I just don't have that level of information, I'm afraid. Now, moving on, I'm going to see if I can call up Friday's racing. And as I do, I'll tell you that there's Frank Heller, the horse that went for me last week at 20-1, which I was very pleased about actually. That was the best price I've had in such a long time. Didn't win by a lot, won by enough. So yeah, that one's running again in 2:45, and it does look quite interesting, that race. There's 14 runners currently declared. It's over 6 furlongs, and there are some really nice horses in that race. Don't get me wrong. I just think that Frank Heller can come on again. I mean, the 2 runs it had before its win wasn't actually that bad, and it just seemed to be finding its head. And it would be interesting to see just how it runs, to be honest. I mean, I'm looking at these other ones, and there are some other really good horses in here. But nothing is really hugely jumping out at me as I look down the screen. I mean, Bon Chem's by Kodiak, always good over 6 furlongs. Bosch has got some brilliant form. It's just, is it fast times? I haven't looked yet. I mean, these are all horses of note at the end of the day. You can also look at Wizard of Eye course and distance winner. It's always fun. And then, if I come through to Hamilton, I can look at the 8 o'clock. And when I look at the 8 o'clock, I'm probably going to be impressed by what appears to be King's Prince. So, I'm just loading up the 8 o'clock, which is a listed race for 3-year-olds over 1 mile and 3. Now, looking at this field, there's 11 in the field, so it's not too hard compared to some of the other races today to actually get some notable horses from at this stage for you to investigate. But the standout horse for me really is King's Prince. Won once last year, won once this year. There are other good horses in the race, but long range, this is the one I like. So hopefully that has helped you a little bit for the week. And I will be talking about Saturday and Sunday, and I will be talking about the other races as they come along. So thank you very much for listening to me, and this was Straight from the Horse's Mouth.